All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And yeah, man, we got some news on Zion Williamson and Luka Doncic signing with Jordan Brand. I'll leave both of those article links in the description under article link, all right? So start off with Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson is being the Pelicans, according to ESPN, I'll link article in the description, like I said, are teaching Zion Williamson how to walk and jump differently. All right. That don't sound good. All right. You know, something about, basically being a kinetically efficient athlete. All right. That's what it is. About being a kinetically efficient athlete and learn how to jump and run and walk the right way with his body physique and his body type. And one of the guys I can kind of remember, because I watched him kind of probably do that, was Blake Griffin. In the beginning, even after Blake had the injury, Blake Griffin was jumping high and dunking and high flying. And then you seen his last little stint with the Clippers and now with the Pistons before he had this latest knee injury. He moved different. You don't see Blake with the wasted motion or the demonstrative, motions of dunking. Now Blake is pretty much kind of morphed his game to be more physically efficient and last a little bit longer. And with Zion Williamson, it just seemed like the Knicks dodged the bullet here. I don't know how good RJ Barrett is going to be, but he like I said before, if you got to teach somebody at 19 years old how to walk, how to jump different, and also, how to take care of his body, this dude is like right now, he look every bit of 300 pounds. All right. He look every bit of 300 pounds right now. And obviously when you rehabbing, you can't really work out like you want to, because he got a knee issue, a torn meniscus. So he going to gain some weight, but he should be on a diet. They should be watching what he eating, but it's hard when you get this kid a big Jordan Brand contract. When you get this dude a nice little NBA contract, it's hard for him not to go want to eat and do stuff. And these NBA players like Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic, they be going to McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell, right? And talking about trying to be a championship contender. Like, you got all this money. Why are you still eating at fast food joints? You know what I'm saying? You can get somebody to open the kitchen up. You can go get steak, Benihanas. If you're going to eat messed up carbs and food, eat the best. You know what I'm saying? You got these kids still living off the dollar menu, and like I said before, that's one thing I worried about Zion Williamson coming into the league was his weight. And now they got to teach him how to jump and dunk and run and walk the right way. And this dude ain't even 25 years old yet. This dude is 19 years old. So right then and there, that scares me away from him being efficient. He's not going to last long. He's not going to have a long shelf life. He at least got to come down 40 pounds. And they very may well sit him for the rest of the year. But he very may well have to come down about 40, 50 pounds. And probably even more than that. Because at that size for 82 games a year, over 5 years, that's a lot of stress, especially if you make the playoffs, especially if you got off-season obligations and stuff of that nature. But that's scary to see him walk and learn to jump different. Especially you put the franchise with a franchise that's been nothing but failures in the NBA, with the New Orleans Pelicans. Now you feel a little bit more comfortable if the Lakers, if it's the Celtics, if it's, Houston, if it's Detroit, maybe even Philadelphia, you know what I'm saying? Because they dealt with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. You dealing with, teams that have success, in the NBA. But bottom feeders and team that hasn't had the success in the NBA, you always get the feeling that they curse and things not going to go that way. And for Zion Williamson, do we want to have longevity or not? And forget Jordan Brand, Nike got stake in him. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans sold all these tickets based off him. So do they look for the draft and try to get James Wiseman next year or Cole Anthony or LaMelo Ball? Lonzo Ball not working out. But I think it's a scary thing, and I think he headed towards one of the biggest busts in history, not because he couldn't play, it's just because his body is already breaking down. I think it started at Duke with the shoe situation. And I think he really, truly never healed from that. And he rushed himself trying to come back. And I think his body never properly healed from that whole injury. And what did it get him? He still got eliminated from the tournament. He should have looked out for his best interest, rehabbed the knee the right way, and left Duke. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion on it. But we'll see what happens with him, man. But unfortunately, they got to teach him how to run and jump the right way. I've never heard that before. So, you know, he's not coming back this season if that's the case. There's no way he can catch on to that that soon. That's going to take that's going to take years of doing it the right way. Because when you get in the heat of the battle, your body always kind of goes back to what it normally knows. But, you know, hopefully he get better, man. And the NBA ratings are suffering without Zion. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a huge part. Zion was infusing more excitement in the NBA. And people ain't got to see it, man. And now you got New Orleans Pelicans on all these national televised games. And they suck without Zion. So, and they're not exciting to watch without Zion. But Luka Doncic signed a deal with Jordan Brand. Now, when he came from overseas, he already had a deal with Nike. All right? He already had a deal with Nike. And, you know, it expired, I think, going into the season. So he became a sneaker free agent. And Jordan Brand swooped him up. Now, Jordan Brand and Nike is like, I think Jordan Brand is still a subsidiary of Nike. But they got Jason Tatum, Russell Westbrook, Blake Griffin. And they also have Zion Williamson and Luka Doncic looking like everything and more that they need on Jordan Brand. And, you know, they saying that Nike probably not going to be big suitors in certain players. With the players no more in the NBA because they got so much money tied up in a lot of athletes, Paul George, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James. So it's going to be an opportunity for Jordan Brand, Puma, who got DeMarcus Cousins, Kyle Kuzma, Marvin Bagley, Reebok, and Adidas to get a lot of more of these players coming in because Nike basically spent all their money or their budget on all these top players. So now you're going to see Jordan Brand start swooping up the Zions and the Luka Doncic's of the world. But the thing about the sneaker brands in the deals they sign, no matter how good the player is, if the shoes don't look good, if the shoes not fashionable to wear on and off the court like the retro Jordans, it's not gonna do well. This era of gym shoes or sneakers, whatever you want to call them, tennis shoes, has been trash. You see everybody wearing the old Air Maxes, everybody wearing the old Jordans, everybody wearing, you got the Reeboks, the Filas that came back. The originality and the creativity of this decade has really failed. And Jordan, I haven't seen a Jordan Brand shoe I like. I've seen like one other Jordan shoe I like that I possibly will wear. But right now, their shoes are just not fashionable. It's not. It's only so many kids that's going to go and play AAU ball or get a team basketball shoe and all that. They're not fashionable at all. People try to wear the LeBrons, but I just don't like the LeBrons. So for Zion and Luka to take off, and they got Nike got the Greek Freak too. They got to get better brand of shoes. And you put all these money into these athletes to wear these brands. They got to have, next decade, it got to have its own signature shoes. They do, man. And that's a huge part of it with Luka and with Zion and Jason Tatum shoes, man. They got to have their own sweet shoes. And if Jordan Brand can't get nobody to really create no shoes like that, then they gonna suffer. And Nike, they doing well with Kyrie shoes and Paul George shoes. They cool, but they not taking off like the Pippins or the Barkleys or the Pennies. All them shoes more popular right now. The Air Maxes and all those shoes more popular than any new shoes right now. I remember the gloves. I used to love the Gary Payton gloves, man, back in the day. And then Scottie Pippen tried to bite off of them. But congratulations to Luka Doncic for signing a big deal, man. Salute to him, man. He deserved it, and what NBA need. They need a white star. White stars are lacking in boxing and basketball, and they getting pretty much filtered out in the NBA. I mean, in the NFL with the invasion of black quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So you got the old white quarterbacks, Breeze, Rodgers, and Brady. They on their way out, and there's really no other good white quarterback right now that's rising up out the youngest. But it'll be one. But Luka Doncic may end up single-handedly saving the NBA and bringing the casual white fan back, along with some more rule changes they need to make. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, want to make a donation. All those links in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Best donation you can make is share the video. Happy holidays as we two-step into a new year. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.